The scene opens on Earth 1187. Monica looks alarmed, halting her car to a sudden stop as Nylock jumps out of the ground through several cracks, causing destruction as they leapt on top of cars, slashing the windows, trying to grab the passengers from within cars. Monica? What's going on?
It'll be alright. Whatever you do, don't get out of the car.
Monica gives Henry a kiss on the cheek as she opens the car door and runs towards the Nylock. Monica, get back here!
I'll be fine. Keep our son safe. Hey, freaks, over here!
The Nylock begin to circle Monica, who smirks before taking out a metallic key from her back pocket and flicking her arm. The band in her arm becomes a wrist device. She inserts the key into it.
Shift into turbo! Mountain Blaster turbo power!
There's a flash of blue light and the blue Turbo Ranger stands in place of Monica. Henry watches in shock as Monica takes out several Nylock with a few punches and kicks before taking out her blaster and firing at the rest, causing them to retreat back through the cracks. Monica begins to demorph.
I told you I had a surprise for your birthday. Look, I'll fill you in later, but we need to get to safety.
Earth 118. A police jeep stops in front of several Nylocks as 8 officers jump out, each wearing a colored jacket and an Alpha Force badge. One is a blue-skinned alien resembling a lion, and another pale white fox with fox ears and eyes. The leader, Megan, wearing the Alpha Force Red Ranger badge, scoffs at the weird creatures.
Seriously? This is the multiversal crisis that's got everyone's panties in a bunch? Oh well, they're going down like any other criminal. It's morphin' time! Alpha Force Red!
Megan morphs into her suit. Her helmet resembles that of the Lost Galaxy Rangers, and her suit is augmented with black tactical gear.
Let's get this over with.
The scene changes to Earth 1397 as the Phantom Ranger draws Chakram, tossing it at the Nylock, but the Nylock avoids every throw, circling the Phantom Ranger.
Okay, Chakram could use some work.
Moments later, a white-purple energy slashes across several Nylocks and a plus sign symbol incinerating them. Just then, a white light subsides to reveal the white Wild Force Ranger. Alyssa runs to the Phantom Ranger's side.
Got your distress call and zipped over here as fast as I could. Man, those things are all over the place.
Thanks, Alyssa. Appreciate the assist.
Suddenly, Alyssa's growl phone goes off, and she answers it.
Morgan, what's going on?
Alyssa, I need you and the Phantom Ranger to get here as soon as possible. There have been sightings of the one who's apparently causing this. I'm bringing Alex and a few others with me to the D-verse.
The Infinity Ranger's home dimension? We should contact other Rangers. We're gonna need more help.
Alright, but be careful. See you soon.
The scene cuts to Alex and Ariel squaring off in a sword fighting ring. Alex lunges forward and begins his attack. Ariel tries to gain some distance as Alex strikes 4 times. Each one is parried by Ariel. Ariel manages to get behind Alex as Ariel attempts a strike of her own. Not bad. You've gotten better, I see.
Of course I have. You've been training to get better.
Alex moves out of the way and stabs Ariel, who sways back and avoids the attack. Alex sweeps his sword at Ariel's leg, but Ariel jumps over it and lunges at Alex. Thrusting her sword forward, Alex manages to deflect Ariel's attack and kicks her back. Oh, come on. Don't tell me this is all you've got.
I'm just getting started. Now, bring it on!
The scene changes to Battle Fury headquarters as Adam is pounding on the punching bag that hung from the gym's ceiling. He came here to clear his mind. He thought of his fellow Rangers and hit the bag. He thought of Noah and slammed it again. He thought of the previous Battle Fury team fighting their last battle and their death, and he punched again and again, harder and harder, faster and more intense, and a final haymaker tears the heavy bag loose and knocks it across the gym.
You might want to watch your strength.
Who are you?
Zenith Targaryen, Black Palatinite Ranger. I'm here to talk to you about Noah Mercer.
Got any intel on what he's planning?
Not so much, considering another situation some colleagues and I are in the middle of dealing with. But my source informs me that he's been missing within the dimensional frequency. To put it blankly, he's trying to reach out to the world of the Coinless to try to contact Lord Draken. For what reason, I'm not quite sure. But he's also trying to use the power of the Morphin Grid to break through dimensional barriers to open your world for Draken's forces to invade your world.
Lord Draken is a version of the legendary Tommy Oliver, but in his world he chose to stay with Rita Repulsa and now rules his world with an iron fist.
Not bad. I see you're well informed. Maybe there's hope for your world. After all, I also know that you only have about a year and 6 months left until Noah is ready to pull off his plan. But for now, I have to get back.
Thanks for the information. Now we know how much time we have until he's ready.
A portal opens up, and the Black Ranger steps through. Meanwhile, Alex and Ariel have just wrapped up their training for the day. Man, not bad. You're getting even better. Keep it up, and maybe you'll be able to take me on in a serious fight one of these days.
Review your technique.
Of course. Suddenly, a figure with a red skull-like face with many white parts of armor covering him kidnaps Ariel.
Looks like I finally found you.
The mysterious creature takes Ariel through a portal.
Who are you? You said you wanted about Alex, but I bet you can't beat him.
You don't get it, do you? I can easily defeat him as he is now, but that wouldn't be any fun. I've been searching other Ranger universes, testing my skill in battle, in order to have the ultimate battle.
You're crazy. You don't have no idea how strong Alex is.
I think you're the one who has no idea of what he can do when he's backed into a corner. The Sheba family, skills made even the strongest Nightlock tremble in fear. My father was defeated by the previous Samurai Rangers until they fell to Master Xandrid.
What are you talking about?
My father's name was Decker, and my mother's name, Dayu. They will both turn into Nylocks. I'm only half Nylock. I was taken by the Nylok Schrader when I was a baby. He burned our home and tricked my mother into giving up her humanity to save my father, as he was cursed to become half Nylock. But they never knew I was still alive. Serrator trained me in secret and told me of his plan to split the earth in two and rule the nether realm, and to rule the netherworld and the human world.
You're insane.
Oh no, you see, even though Serrator failed in his short-sighted goal, I helped Master Xandred cause the death of my world's samurai rangers during their final battle against Master Xandred, until he was pathetically resealed in the netherworld. But that's enough talk. He should be here very soon. I see your eyes have begun to change. You're angry. Show your friend what you're capable of. Come on! Show her your real power.
Alex. Alex, don't listen to him. I'll be fine.
The Nylock casts a spell on Ariel.
I polarized her lungs. I'd say she has about 5 minutes before she suffocates.
Alec attacks the Nylock with furious rage.
You're still far from revealing your true power. I see. You're thinking about a way to rescue your friend without killing me. You're starting to bore me.
Alex jabs the Nylock in his side with his katana, and then leaps over him to land behind him, and then signals his opponent to bring it on. Growling in fury, the Nylock attacks. He sweeps his sword towards Alex's head, but he ducks, and his opponent slices it into a tree. He delivers several punches and kicks, all of which Alex blocks with his katana as he backs towards another tree. He ducks under another and strikes, and the Nylock once more slices another tree. Alex leaps from the tree as the Nylock continues to slice into another one. Fine. It's time to end this once and for all. Now let's go. Alex runs his index finger and middle fingers across his blade. Fiery dance! Alex creates a red energy attack and slices his opponent across the chest. The Nylock falls to his knees as blood begins to fall. It's time for you to join your parents.
Alex, stop it! Please, it's over. You won. You can't do this.
Impressive. It seems I was right to choose you, Red Ranger. But be careful of your so-called friends. They're not telling you everything. At some point, you'll learn the truth. In the meantime, I enjoyed the demonstration of how far you've come. You've improved since our last battle.
The sky begins to turn red, and a crack appears as the Nylok jumps through, leaving Alex and Ariel alone. Suddenly, their communicators begin to go off.
Alex! Alex, come on, answer your communicator already! Morgan, Natasha, and I need help. Like, now. We're overrun by Nylox, the Infinity Ranger and his team need help. I've already told him that you're on your way, so hurry up and get back to us.
Ariel, look. I'm sorry about this, but you're not coming with me for this, okay?
I'm coming too.
You haven't been in a situation like this before. I've seen many Rangers die already. On Earth 218, a version of Tommy and Adam died fighting something called the Arbiter. Heck, we can't even communicate with them right now, so who knows what's happened to them. I'm not gonna risk your safety or your life for that.
You're being protective again. That's not fair. How am I supposed to learn if you won't let me share the risk?
This isn't training, okay? You either do or die. And that's not a risk I'm willing to share with you. I care about you too much for that. The discussion's over. The scene changes to Earth 93 in Leewood. A young woman jumps in front of a swarm of Nylok, sending them staggering backwards with a powerful kick. She places a device on her belt buckle and smirks. Her father had given it to her after telling her to use it only in emergencies, and she guessed disqualified as one. Haley is transformed into the Masked Rider Firefly. Her suit is black armor, and her helmet has an insect-themed design. Golden lines run through her suit, and a pair of wings sprouts out from her back. The scene changes to the Animarium. Gal Silver punches a Nylok in the stomach, while Morgan kicks another one away from the Gal Priestess Tetemo, while Alu and the Blue Turbo Ranger kick two to the ground, causing them to retreat.
Morgan, we have to hurry. The Infinity Ranger has been captured.
The three Rangers soon teleport away. The scene changes to the Infinity Ranger, bound at his legs and arms with chains, barely able to move. He struggles against the chains. A dark shadow appears before him. Her exposed form was pale and thin. She had long black hair falling down to her back. She smirked and pointed a crescent fin blade at his throat.
So, you're the Great Infinity Ranger. You've given us quite the headache. I don't know how you've managed to elude our forces for so long, but this little game of yours is over. No. Tell me, do you think your little friends can defeat what's coming? Don't worry, I won't kill you. See, if you die, then you'd become a martyr for the other worthless rangers to rally and think that they have a chance. So, I'll keep you alive. But just barely. There's no escaping this fortress. And no one is coming to rescue you.
Scorpina exits the room with the door slamming behind her. The scene changes to a shadowy figure steadily and stealthily infiltrating the fortress. The Infinity Ranger hears something coming from the outside. These stop abruptly and is replaced by the lock on the door turning. The door opens and a red Samurai Ranger enters. He brandishes a katana and a spin sword and cuts the Infinity Ranger free, turns, and walks back to the door.
Hello, Rangers.
The Infinity Ranger turns around and holds up his primary weapon, just in time to block a slash from Scorpiona's crescent fin blade.
I do hope you provide a challenge this time. Oh, who's your friend? His skills are impressive.
Scorpina retracts her blade and kicks the Infinity Ranger away from her, causing him to stumble backwards. Scorpina then uses her sword to knock him off a balcony to the ground floor.
I was hoping for a better challenge. A pity.
Suddenly, a red slash attack struck Scorpina's back, and mere seconds before the attack was made, Scorpina falls to her knee in pain as she looks back at her attacker. It's the Red Samurai Ranger. Scorpina fires an orange energy laser from her helmet at Alex, engulfing him in a fiery explosion. Alex somersaults into a fighting position. He then summons his spin sword and begins deflecting the energy blasts that Scorpina kept firing at him. With each blast he blocked, motioning the Infinity Ranger to leave and find a way out.
You don't get it, do you? Even if you manage to beat me, there's an army on its way to destroy all of you pathetic little Power Rangers. So, see you around, handsome. Maybe we'll have another dance together someday.
Scorpina summons dark purple smoke from the ground and teleports away. Among the civilians fighting a squad of putreds in the city, 3 individuals were holding their own against them. A black ranger with a helmet resembling a bison with a horn on each end, yellow eyes above the visor, a black stripe on his sash, and a bison face on the left, wearing white gloves. The second was a yellow ranger holding her hands up like bird claws.
Crystal Saber! I see those guys never learn. Power Rangers never give up!
Pink Bell Fury Ranger.
Lou, Taylor, Ariel, and Danny run toward a rocky terrain where the fortress stood.
Where is he? He could have gotten out of there by now.
Don't worry, Ariel. Alex will be fine.
Suddenly, a loud explosion blew from the top of the fortress. Seconds later, the entire fortress began to be destroyed in a giant explosion.
Alex!
The four rangers stand in place, shocked and horrified that Alex might have perished in his attempt to save a fellow ranger. Seconds later, the explosion dies down, with nothing remaining except a smoky cloud of dust. Ariel falls to her knees in disbelief.
I can't believe it. He's gone.
Ariel tries to hold back her tears as she tries to reach in through her morpher.
Alex. Alex, can you hear me? Answer me, damn it, please!
You were trained by a samurai as a warrior, so be the warrior he trained you to be.
A human shape begins to step out of the smoky remains of the fortress, revealing itself to be a Red Ranger, and a second following behind him.
Alex!
If Animus were here, I think he'd be proud of the warrior Alex is.
We're alive! Don't ever scare me like that again. Understand? I was so worried you died on me too.
The four run towards the two Red Rangers as Alex demorphs, and with a scar over his right eye, Ariel runs up to him and punches him in the shoulder and gives him a quick kiss on the cheek. Suddenly, dozens of laser blasts were fired at them. The Rangers turned to see an army of putties, X-Borgs, Nihilog Moogers, Cogs, Putreds, and Batlings marching towards them.
Just what we needed. All right, guys, get ready.
Oh no. Guys, look!
In the sky, an army of warships have arrived. Among them were the Scorpion Stinger, Quadrifighters, the Psycho Mothership, and finally the Space Skull. Every ship opened a hatch, unloading a platoon of their own monsters and foot soldiers armed for battle.
Guys, well, let's do this. Wild access!
Right behind you. Wild access!
Ready, Squirt? Samurai power!
Always. Bell Fury power!
The Rangers morph and charge into battle. Danny and Taylor fought against several putreds and stingwingers, who swiftly began to overpower them. Ariel and Alu went against several X-Borgs, but were faced with the same results. An X-Borg slashes Alex, knocking him to the ground. The others rush to his side.
There's too many of them.
Ariel looks above them, noticing several Armada ships closing in, preparing to fire. She begins to run, and as the others follow her, they run into a forest. Every ship in sight begins firing at them, barely missing their targets. Suddenly, a squad of Renchi and Grinders appears all around them, firing their weapons at the Rangers, causing them to demorph as they fall to the ground.
What do we do now?
A massive green energy pool table seals around the Renchi and grinders and traps them in place. The Lunar Wolf Ranger places his animal crystals on the table and shoves them forward with his lunar Q, slamming into the foot soldiers and destroying them.
I know that attack anywhere. Merrick!
Merrick leads them to a quarry which is surrounded by several rocky hills. Ariel looks around, but there is no one else around. The Rangers look at a ridge where 14 figures now stood, each in groups of 7. Two more groups appear on another ridge. The first group had capes accompanied by 2 knights and a white warrior. The second group stood alongside them, accompanying them with a Phantom Ranger and what appeared to be a robotic police officer. Within seconds, more teams began to appear, filling the entire quarry.
Ugh! Alex, you reckless idiot! You could have told us you were in trouble, you know!
You're a reckless idiot, you know.
You have no idea.
You guys look terrible. Alpha.
We've been better.
Guys, I've gotta say, this has been one hell of a battle.
No one ever said this was going to be easy.
Feel Fury Power!
Samurai power!
Wild access!
Wild access!
Dino Thunder, power up!
Shift into turbo! Alpha Force power!
Nearby, the invading army continues to approach the quarry. They stop as they see an army of Power Rangers. Yo, guys, anyone mind if I fanboy out a bit? I hope Jason doesn't mind me borrowing his line a little bit.
All right, we're back and we're ready to morph into action.
Power Rangers!
Both armies begin to charge at each other, with the Mighty Morphin team dealing the first strike. Alex spots Min Quan as she takes down 4 X-Boards with her Dino Daggers. He soon blocks an attack from an X-Board from behind him with his spin sword and slashes the enemy away as more approach him. The Blue Turbo Ranger rapidly punches every Stingringer who comes at her. The Phantom Ranger uses his cloak device to fight off cogs without them seeing him. The Wild Force Rangers knock an X-Board to the ground and jumps on its back. The Wild Force Rangers leaps into the air, somersaulting forward as they descend to the ground. They join the Lost Galaxy Rangers, Rio, Maya, and Kendricks in the fight with several Putreds. The Purple Battle Fury Ranger summons her Wolf Scythe. Natasha swings her scythe and creates a tornado which hones in on several X-Boards and putties and blasts them into the air. Ariel summons her Wildcat Sickles. Ariel jumps into the air and throws her sickles at her opponents, firing hundreds of pink energy, destroying them all. The Space Rangers Cassie, TJ, Ashley, and Andros fight together. Ashley grabs hold of a putty with a powerful kick and knocks one off of its feet. Andros summons a Spiral Saber and attacks several cogs that were closing in on Ashley. Tommy slashes an X-Board with his Dragon Dagger, while Jason and the other Mighty Morphin Rangers use their power weapons, easily managing to take down the swarm of X-Boards they were fighting. One X-Board charges towards Jason as he was slashing a different X-Board. As soon as his target was in sight, Jason delivered a powerful punch to the X-Board. The Infinity Ranger manages to get a clear shot at a group of putties fighting the Alpha Force Rangers. In the forest, an army of several Rangers were also in the midst of battle. Alex's Samurai Ranger struck down several movers with ease, while Idana uses her snow staff, slashing away several of the putties trying to ambush Leonbo. Lauren teams up with Alex and Ariel as both wildly slashes against their several putties with their spin swords. A large group of putties charges at Min as she grabs hold of 3. With all of her strength, she begins pushing them back. Billy and Zach strike down several putties with their power lance and power axe, knocking them out with ease. Tommy, wielding his Dragon Dagger, continues fighting several putties and X-Boards by himself. He defeats the last putty by slashing it in the face. Then he looks up into the sky where the Scorpion Stinger and Armada ships kept sending down more Stingringers and X-Boards as Putreds began to attack the Wild Force Rangers. Tommy holds his flute to his visor and plays the tune of the dragon. All the Rangers begin to make their way to his side.
So what now, guys?
I have a plan. If we all combine our special attack, we can defeat each of them with a giant blast of ranger energy.
What other choice do we have?
All the Rangers aimed their weapons at the oncoming ships and armies. As they charged towards the Rangers, every Ranger began firing their weapons, engulfing the entire quarry in a bright light of every Ranger color that could be seen throughout the galaxy. Every Ranger began to fall unconscious. Soon Ariel awakes to find herself lying on the ground in the quarry. Many of the other Rangers began getting to their feet and dusting themselves off. They looked around the quarry, but there was no one else but them. There was no sign of any of their enemies.
What happened?
So, we're alive?
Then it's all over?
Yeah, but it seems we lost our ranger powers too.
Our powers were drained during the last attack. We have nothing.
saying our powers are gone for good?
Don't worry, Squirt. I mean, it's not like it's gone forever. They usually just need time to return. Many Rangers have lost their powers before and gotten them back.
He's right. After all, we were able to protect our worlds. Yeah, we were able to protect the future for our loved ones and for future Rangers.
The Rangers all gathered together for a group hug, but little did the Rangers know that from the shadows a shadowy figure stood watching them.
Damn those Rangers. Now I have to wait for some time to regain my strength. Once I do, you Rangers will be destroyed.